Rick, Judy, and Rich Howe with us. We're talking about Run for the Wall, the Tender Hearts, and of course the Honor Flight program. Rick, we were talking at the break, this Vietnam, and that was one of those wars and we lived through it. That was kind of our war in our generation. But the men and women that fought in that battle, we respect them as much as we do anybody that's been in any war, and it means a lot to these Vietnam vets.
You know, Rich made the point, we learned from the Vietnam War. Right.
Yeah, when the guys came back from Vietnam, they were spit on, they were not treated well. It was an unpopular war. Nobody agreed with it, and you had people here protesting the war, which I'm not saying they were wrong because the war wasn't right, but regardless of whether the war is right or not, these guys who served, they went and served for their country. Okay, they served for you and me. It doesn't matter whether the war was righteous or not. These guys served, they bled for us, and they deserve that respect. That's why the Run for the Wall is so important. The biker culture is way behind that. I mean, if you can imagine the sound of 500,000 motorcycles firing up in line, that's why they call it Rolling Thunder.
Maybe it'll wake up the president of the legislature.
It would be good, yeah.
Because they are asleep.
Yeah,
to try.
Yeah. Well, because it's not just the veterans of past wars. You know, you've got guys serving now. You've got guys and gals serving now. I've got two friends that came back from the Mideast, and they're in wheelchairs for the rest of their life, serving for us. So.
Let's talk about the Run for the Wall, the event, and the send-off party, and everything involved with this, Rick.
This is so cool. Because, you know, Bill and I are going to take off. Our wives are going to join us in D.C. on Friday for the weekend, but they're going to fly in.
Oh, they're wise women.
Well, yes, it's a long ride.
Very wise women.
Yeah, we're going to spend 12 to 13 hours a day on the bike, so, you know. So on Monday morning, they're having a send-off party for us. And I do expect there to be tears, since I'm going to be gone a while, you know.
How long are you going to be gone?
I'll be gone 2 weeks, essentially. And at the party, we're going to have the mayor, council people. We're going to have a trumpet and a player. We're going to do an honor color guard presentation. We have veterans there, donuts and coffee, you know, typical type
Always
stuff.
donuts and coffee.
And probably 30, 40 bikes that are going to show up and ride us out of town, and help us, you know, to ride out of town. So, you know, we want to do a big thing. We want people to know what we're doing. You know, if everybody in Prescott would donate $1, we'd be there. We'd be there.
Or 10 might be nice.
Well, okay, we're looking for $25 donations, but the point is, if everybody donated $1, we'd be there. So, you know, we're just asking the public, hey, you know, chip in a little bit for the vets. Help us to get this goal to make it.
Rich, where do you think Angel Flight's going to go? Or will you?
Honor Flight.
I'm sorry, Honor Flight.
They are angels.
They are angels. That was a Freudian slip.
Right there on their shoulder.
But where do you think you'll do this with other vets?
That's a good question, Lou. Yeah. As we said on previous shows, we're losing about 1,000 veterans a day from World War II. So this organization has a short shelf life in terms of how many more vets will there be in terms of being able to take them. Korea and Vietnam, their memorials were built a lot earlier. Vietnam's memorial's been around nearly 40 years now. Korean has been around about 25 years. It took so long for the World War II memorial to be built in Washington, D.C. It didn't open until 2006. 70% of the World War II veterans were already passed by the time their memorial finally got open. So the urgency of the matter is this. Where we go from here, time will tell. But right now, all of our focus, all of our energy is on those World War II veterans and getting guys like Rick and other Vietnam memorial veterans to see a Vietnam vet and a World War II vet together at their memorials. You cannot describe the emotion that takes place between those men or women when they're standing in front of their memorials. It's heartwarming beyond measure.
You are to be applauded
Thank you.
You are to be
Can they,
applauded.
donations, where can they send donations?
If they will go to our webpage, www.tenderheartsseniorcare.com, there's a big donate button right on the top. Click it, and the money goes directly to Arizona Honor Flight.
And tell us where the event takes place
Right.
next Monday.
Yes.
Oh, on Monday, it's at our office, Tender Hearts office, at 3170 Stillwater Drive. It's in the crossings right down here.
Right.
7:30 in the morning. We'd love anybody who wants to come out and
Perfect.
support us. Kickstand's up at 8:15. So.
Yeah, terrific.
Thank you so much.